Wait, do you think you know Norse mythology? Well, do you know who Vanir is? It's not who you think it is, trust me. I'll be showing the evidence very soon. Now, I'm the guy that done the video, Jesus Real Father Named. However, I'm that good that although this is on YouTube, when you actually type in just even my name here, Our True History, on Google, you won't find me. And also, if you actually even copy in the actual description of the video, it says none found. However, I tried the same thing with Billy Carson's video with also the word Jesus in it. And guess what? His shows up right at the top. So, I am that good that I'm going to be telling you all about the Norse gods very soon. And they're not who you think they are. And they are slightly connected with the Anunnaki, which are the race of gods. That's their race name that came here, and genetic modified us. So keep watching, follow and subscribe, etc. Here's an interesting article. Who was the earliest humans in Europe? Now, they've recently found a cave, and they've said that there's a Homo georgical, you pronounce that better than me. But what's interesting is they're saying that they originally thought that the first Homo sapiens, etc., arrived in Europe a certain time ago. However, previous suggested dates for the earliest tools that were maxed out at about 950,000 years ago. New analysis dates them to be at 1.42 million years ago, meaning they've got it wrong by over 500,000 years, which is quite a long time. I won't be around in 500,000 years. So my point is, when they start saying about when Homo sapiens and humans, etc., all moved around, they're just going by A, wrong dates, and B, by the earliest skeleton that they found. Doesn't mean it's the oldest. If anyone's interested, I've done a family tree on the planets as they were back in ancient times. I will be adding Norse names to them, etc., and Roman names. So it's one of these family trees that I've put, just similar to the one that I've put on my Patreon page. I'll be putting this one on the Patreon page tomorrow. But the one that's already on the Patreon page is the Anunnaki family tree. That's been hailed as the best family tree ever in the whole planet of Earth. It's that good. But that's already on my Patreon page. But this new one, I'm not zooming in because I don't want to spoil it for you, but that will be added also to my Patreon page. And like I say, it will be added to, so I continuously update it. So look out for that tomorrow. There'll also be a video accompanying it to explain what's what and why's the things that are there. I don't want to spoil who was there before Tiamat. So look forward to that. Wow, new study says Indians exhibit most diverse Neanderthal ancestry globally. So you can go and read this, and it's basically saying how much percentage, etc., that they have of Neanderthal. But the most important part here is if you have that higher percentage, it says you have increased risk of severe symptoms after you know what. And I don't know about you, but I think this is their way of trying to get people in India to, you know what, take the you know what when it comes back round again. And trust me, it will come back round again. But I don't know what, see, there's no reason for them to have that article, because we know that the Anunnaki took a Neanderthal and then put the final product, which was a Homo sapien, in South Africa to mine for gold. We've got all the evidence we ever need for that. But we also know that Neanderthals did travel, and they did go to India. And Egypt, etc. So Neanderthals were around, so there's no real reason to have this other than to push their agenda, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, you will get to see our true history. We know there were gods in the past. We know the Anunnaki's race name was gods. But what we don't know is who those gods were in other countries. There are Anunnaki family trees online, but every single one of them has been proven to be inaccurate. Now, finally, a family tree that is made by the only person with enough knowledge to actually make it correct will be releasing the family tree in a video backing up the claims this weekend, Sunday, the 3rd of March. The family tree and video will be on the Patreon page, Our True History. It costs just a few pounds and has over 100 long documentaries already, and more content is released every week. Why wait till Sunday? Join patreon.com, Our True History, and learn things you never thought we would find answers for.
Neanderthal and humans lived together 10,000 years ago in a cave, it says here in a new study. However, don't trust mainstream, because it says here that modern humans have about 0 or close to 0% of DNA of Neanderthal. However, you go down to Smithsonian and they say we have about 6 to 9%. However, you keep going a bit further down and Smithsonian then also says we have about 4%. So the reason why they're getting mixed up is because Neanderthal was the species that the Anunnaki aliens genetically modified to create the first Homo sapien. And then the Anunnaki bred with the Homo sapiens to create Homo sapiens sapiens. In between all of that time, people were still breeding with Neanderthals, they were breeding with Denivisms, Homo erectus, Florensis, etc., etc. And all of them were all interbreeding with each other, which is why we've all got different skin colours, etc., etc. So, in other words, either follow me or listen to mainstream, and they lie.
Unbelievable. We now know who the actual Norse gods were, Odin, Thor, etc., and whether or not they are Anunnaki. I've already done a video on my Patreon page called Norse Gods Part 1 Creation, where I prove with evidence, as always, what the frost giant is, etc., on their creation. And this coming weekend there is going to be another video, part 2, which is about the humans and how humans were created by the Norse gods. This is unlike, you never see this anywhere else. No one else has done this, as usual, same as all my other videos. And so you will find out who Thor, Odin, etc. are, and it's not who you think they are in Sumerian. Most people seem to think that Odin is, or Marduk, or this is Marduk, Thor, and so on and so on, and Enlil's this and Enlil's that. No. Wait for the video to come out. So it's on my Patreon page, patreon.com/.
You dare tell me my knowledge is worse than mainstream scientists? So here in New Scientist, it says that genomes of modern Indian people include a wide range of Neanderthal DNA. However, if you go to medicineplus.gov, it says here the percentage of Neanderthal in modern humans is 0 or close to 0. However, if you scroll down a bit further, you'll see in the Smithsonian that it says that we actually have about 6 to 9%. However, if you scroll a bit further, you see that also Smithsonian again says that we've got about 4%. So in other words, they don't know what they're talking about. So this goes back to my beginning comment where I say, do not tell me that my knowledge is worse than mainstream science, because they lie. So it's a lot easier if you guys follow me. I won't lie to you. All my videos have evidence and facts, whereas clearly they have no idea what they're talking about in science.
Nor Lucifer in Isaiah 14:12 are references to Satan.
He said neither the serpent in Garden of Eden or Lucifer are Satan. I've been saying this forever, but because I talk about aliens, no one listens to me. I hope you listen to this guy. He knows what he's talking about. Alien planet Nibiru, Planet X, is real. It came into our solar system 4.5 billion years ago, smashed into a planet here between Jupiter and Mars, and that planet called Tiamat got broken up and became our asteroid belt, which is all written in these ancient texts here in the British Museum called Enuma Elish, which literally tells us that another planet comes into our solar system, smashes in. So it tells us everything we need to know, and eventually part of Tiamat became Earth, which is what we've got now. And our moon is called Kingu, which was also written about in the tablets, which was the actual moon of Tiamat, which was the planet that got destroyed. So either listen to mainstream, who says there's no such thing as planet Nibiru, or listen to the actual tablets that predate the Bible, that there's no way they would have known about telling a story about asteroid belts before we even knew. Great news, everyone. The family tree for the Anunnaki. Now, this is a proper family tree, not like these other ones. Let's have a look here. For example, whoever done this has Marduk's brother. Marduk was Ra. Marduk's brother being born to Marduk. Yeah, they obviously don't know what they're doing. But my one, we do. So you can zoom in and see all of this kind of stuff. And all the names are there from different places that they are. So it's absolutely amazing. And not only that, it goes all the way down to Gilgamesh and Noah even. So you all know who did what with who and everything. Like I say, you can zoom in. Whoops, don't want to spoil stuff there for you guys. So yeah, once it's done, I will let you know. And obviously all these other kind of ones
will pale in comparison, simply because I'm putting every name that's been used by these Anunnaki for different